Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a Friday favorites video. When I was asking for suggestions for vlogs to do, a lot of you guys are like, do your favorite TV show or talk about your favorite music, and I was like, well, I kind of have a lot of those and it's always changing depending on how shows are doing and things like that. So I thought I would do kind of like a weekly favorite thing where I would just talk about something that I'm really enjoying that week. I think there's been some weird sort of feminist thing going on lately where I keep noticing things that have to deal with women's rights or women's issues, and I don't know how this all started, but I feel like I can't get away from it. Not that it's a bad thing, but I'm just saying. So these two things kind of fall under that category. The first one is a documentary done by PBS called Makers. It's a 3-hour long documentary and it's all about women who had major influences in America, and it interviews different people like Gloria Steinem and even like Judy Blume and Hillary Clinton. Like I said, it's 3 hours long, but they have the entire thing online and it's broken up into 3-hour-long parts, so it's really nice. It's basically just like watching 3 episodes of a TV show. Of course, I watched the whole thing in one streak go because that's just how I work. I think it does a pretty good job of showing multiple sides to this issue. It talks about race and poverty, which is something that is often missing from a women's movement discussion, and it also talks about the more conservative side of things. I think it's really interesting. I feel like it's great just understanding the history behind it. There's a lot of things in that documentary that I didn't know about before, so I felt like I got to learn about, and then also just hearing about these stories from the mouths of the people who experienced them is really interesting, and I highly recommend it, boy or girl who's watching this, because the issues that are discussed and fought over aren't just like women's issues, they're people's issues because they affect everyone. So I think it's a really good documentary to watch. The second thing that I've been enjoying this week is a BBC drama called The Midwife. It aired in the UK in early 2012, I believe, but it didn't air in the US until the fall. It just got added to Netflix streaming, so I checked that out right away, and I've already watched the first 2 episodes and I really enjoy it, just like I enjoy almost every BBC drama out there that ends up coming over to the US. It is a period piece that takes place in the 1950s and it's about midwives in the East End of London, and it's based on a memoir by Jennifer Worth. It just follows these nurses and nuns who work as midwives. Sometimes it does feel like it is an ad for the National Health Service, because in every episode so far they've always had some sort of, before the National Health Service came around, you would have died. Not that I'm disagreeing with that, but I think it's just funny to see that happen in every episode. Also, in the second episode, Miranda Hart shows up, and I got really excited when I saw her because she's one of those few British actresses that I actually recognize because I love the show Miranda, and it's really fun seeing her in this because it's a drama and you get to see a very different side of her, and I really like her a lot. If you're like super squeamish, maybe not watch Call the Midwife, because again, it has to deal with pregnancy and births, and there are a lot of scenes of people giving birth, and not that you like see everything, but you see like the babies coming out from angles that do not show off everything about the mother. So if you're really weird about that, don't watch this show. It's really funny because there's a comment on the Netflix streaming that I saw that had someone complaining about that, and I'm like, you're watching a show called Call the Midwife. Of course you're gonna see stuff about pregnancy. I think this is just such an interesting show, and it's just so different from the other BBC dramas that have come across the ocean. It's not like Downton Abbey where it's like super dramatic, but it still makes you feel a lot of emotions. So yeah, those are all of the things that I wanted to talk about this time. If you've watched either of these things, feel free to leave comments down below and let me know your thoughts on them. Or if you'd like, let me know about 1 or 2 things that you've been really enjoying this week.